Hey guys, we're on the Warrior, and we're gonna do a Battleground. Yeah, this may be the last day of level 39 this time around. If we prestige, then we'll have another time, but that'll be a long while from now, I would think. But yeah, I don't show you my gear too often. I don't show you guys my gear too often, and I want to go over it briefly because, you know, if you're watching the video, that doesn't mean that you see all the other videos. And I feel like I haven't showed my items in a while. I show my weapons pretty often, but I made most of the gear. I made the helmet. This isn't my favorite enchant. I would have preferred something else, like of stamina or of the bear, but it's not bad. And I was kind of at the point where I didn't want to keep trying to make stuff. I think I made like 4 of these, so I went with this one. So we got we've got the helmet, the honor necklace, made the shoulders. There may be some better shoulders available to me now, but I'm not sure. We're going to get some new ones at level 42, so I might just hold on to these. We got the cape, the golden scale, cuirass of stamina. If you look at the stats, there's I think a lower level item that has the exact same stats after upgraded. This one is better because of the random enchant of stamina. The random enchants, the affix that goes after your item, is better and better the higher level you are. So I decided to go with the level 35 chest piece, and I got an awesome enchant on the first try. So pretty awesome. Mithril scale bracers of expert might. I like this pretty good. 9 strength, 8 stamina. I went with the +9 stamina on it because I've got the Orcish War leggings, and they give so much strength but no stamina at all. So I just wanted to get some stamina in there. So of course we have the Night Blade, awesome weapon. We've got the Wave Piercer, awesome weapon. I think I'm going to use these interchangeably. I'm going to switch them out, whatever I feel like in the moment. I may even keep them both sharpened at the same time. I like switching weapons in combat. It changes things. Look at the damage on my Wave Piercer. Let's use our buff. We're at 400. With a sharpening stone, that'll be 408. We've got the sword, 304. So that's 100 damage difference. Excuse me. And then we look at the Colossus Smash. It's just a very hard-hitting weapon. It's a very hard ability. With the Wave Piercer, we get some crits close to 800. I've had one 800 damage crit on this guy, level 39. So it's incredible. You know, we're actually, I think, ready for the new belt. So let's run over there and see if we can get the new belt. We may not be, because they may make it level 40 for a plate, but we'll check it out. The Orcish War leggings, very, very good. The golden scale boots of unyielding. This was an expensive recipe. This recipe cost me 100 gold in the auction house, and I bought it because of the armor pen and because of the random enchant. This is comparable to the honor boots. The honor boots are very, very good. I'll show you them.
Feel free to browse.
And with the honor boots, wrong vendor. With the honor boots, you get the speed increase, slight speed increase. So I would be using, if not these, then I would be using these. 6 strength, 8 stamina. So I lose a little bit of strength with the honor boots. I get some agility. We're at 8 stamina. I wanted the ones that I could make. I wasn't sure what kind of enchant would come on them. Honestly, it's a tough go of like what is really better. maybe just preference. I'm not crazy about the enchant on this one, but it's pretty good. 2 critical strike rating, 3 stamina. You know, I don't actually know how significant the armor penetration is. We've got 20 armor pen. That seems like quite a bit at this level. But yeah, so I went with the boots. We've got the ring. This is just one I found in the auction house. The trinket from the honor vendor. And same here. And this awesome throwing weapon. We've got an incredible enchant that came on this. 2 armor pen, 3 strength. With the additional stats already of 6 strength, 5 stamina. Really cool. I'm a big fan. I like having the throwing weapons on my warrior. You can throw something at someone while they're running away. Sometimes you're playing the warrior and it's tough to catch. It's tough to catch them. So if you've got rend on them and you can throw stuff at them. 234. Now, how often do I get a crit that high? Not too often, but you know, we may hit for 100, 80, 97, you know, 94. It helps. If someone's about to die, it helps a lot. That's the gear that I'm running with. Yeah, if you want some help with your items, send me a whisper, or better yet, send me a letter in the mail to Rubious, or any of my characters really, but Rubious more so because he's the blacksmith. If you need some tailored items or enchants, then you can whisper. You can send a letter to Emberite, my shaman. Let me type his name. Emberite. E-M-B-E-R-I-T. And then Rubious. R-U-B-I-O-U-S. And he's not online right now because I'm on this guy. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. One of you guys commented on my video, said you're using the heirlooms. The heirlooms aren't bad. I don't like the heirlooms. I've just never been a fan of them. I would use them if they were more accessible, probably. But it just, honestly, I don't know if I would use them even if I had them. I mean, I wouldn't. I wouldn't because I want the best items, and these are better. There's some occasions that I would use them, like the lower levels, when it's hard to find a belt or shoulders. I would definitely use the heirlooms. The weapons aren't usually that great, to be honest. You do get the experience increase though, and I'm not trying to level fast. I'm intentionally, purposefully taking my time. I'm trying to soak up as much of this character as I can before max level, and then things are going to change at max level. I'll do things differently, you know. So he actually doesn't have any heirlooms. I thought the shoulders may have been. But that's how I feel about the heirlooms. If you like them and they do what you want them to do, then that's great. If I had it my way, I would take them out of the game. I'm not the developer, you know, it's not my decision. So yeah, nothing against you if you're using them. I don't like them. I'll use them. Maybe at some point I'll get them. I might prestige these characters that I've been playing, and if I do that, I'll get some points and I'll get some heirloom weapons to use at the very lower levels. Maybe not even the weapons. Maybe just a few things like the rings. Maybe a trinket, belt, shoulders. Sometimes it's hard to find good ones. There is a mace that gives like 16 spell power, which is incredible at a lower level. So if I want to prestige my shaman and go elemental or restoration, or maybe even enhancement, I don't know, then I may give that a try. Yeah, not to draw it out so long, but just trying to say, hey, if you want some help with your items, send me a letter and I'll help you. If you want to send me some gold or some materials, just gold to help with the cost of materials, or just the materials themselves, then that'd be really cool and helpful. I probably can't extend this offer, forever, but if you don't have the stuff, I can do the farming. It's not that big of a deal. I can farm the materials, I can farm the gold to get the gold for the materials. And if you are trying to get the materials together, you can get this Atlas Loot add-on, crafting, and then go to whatever it is you're looking for, and you can usually find you can find the materials. You can see what it takes to make the items. So if you want to do that, you can. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Let's call this video done. I was going to do a battleground, but let's just make that a separate video because we're 10 minutes in talking about gear and items and all that. So separate video. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, before I go, this is what I want to go over this too. I look through this. It's not 100% accurate, but this is how I find what items I want, what weapons I want. I'll look through here and I'll read each one of these, and you calculate the upgrade kits. Typically add 1 to each stat you see on the item. The weapon damage will go up by maybe 3 or 4. It changes, however, depending on what level the item is. And I think the attack speed of the weapon makes a difference too on how much the damage goes up. I upgrade all of my items that I make unless I'm not able to. This glinting steel dagger is not accurate. Let me show you what it actually is. It's actually already blue. So when you upgrade it, it is the best dagger that I know of at this level. This thing actually has better damage per second, better stats, of course, than my flurry axe. And where is that thing? Right here. So 26 damage per second. We're at 28.9. That's a pretty big difference, if you ask me. Yeah, and because it's got 5 different stats, and they all go up by 1 each upgrade kit, it's just an incredible item. I use the flurry axe though because of the extra attack. I've used this sometimes. On a rogue, I'll use these daggers. On a hunter, I'll use these daggers. On the warrior, I actually made 2 of these, got a crusader on both of them, and I wasn't too thrilled about the proc rate. It seemed kind of low, so I went with fiery weapon on the flurry axe. But two-handed weapons, the guy who commented on about his paladin, he's level 25. When I was level 25, what was I using? I was getting ready to use this thing. This thing hits extremely hard. After it's upgraded, it hits for like 110, I think. But before that, I was maybe using this. I was probably using this axe. It's got good attack speed, a lot of strength. Great weapon. On my warrior, I liked both of these a lot. I stuck with this one though. I preferred the golden iron destroyer. Great stats. Yeah, have the recipe for this Moonsteel broadsword and for the massive iron axe. Again, very, very hard-hitting weapon. And really after that, I started sticking with the epic weapons. I could make these actually on Rubious. He's an armor smith right now, but I could unlearn that for 5 gold and then get weaponsmith, and I could make these. I don't know if I will though, because I can make these gloves right now, and I'm going to make a pair of these for hickory stock. These are incredible. They're amazing gloves. 18 strength, 9 stamina, plus the enchant, the random enchant, and then we enchant them again for like plus 7 strength or whatever. So anyways, yeah, that's how I get my gear. If you want help, let me know. Talk to you later. Bye.